So I think one of the main benefits of off-site manufacturing is that a lot of the issues and errors we get in trying to produce low energy buildings are automatically dealt with. So for example, problems with quality materials, problems with materials being placed in the right place, substitution of materials on site at the last minute, all that is dealt with before it even arrives on site. The other big one is airtightness. So airtightness is increasingly important in modern buildings. Quite difficult to get right on site for a number of issues. That sort of might be weather conditions, it might be tolerances, it might be skills. If you're manufacturing off-site, the airtightness layer can be properly designed. It can be in the panels or however you're manufacturing off-site, so that 90% of the airtightness layer is already there before you get on site. You get on site and then it just becomes an assembly job. Tape it together, make sure those connections in the airtightness layer are made, and you've got 3/4 of your low energy building already done. I think off-site manufacturing in the UK at the moment is embryonic. A number of people are looking at it, but it's really got to prove itself before it's taken up at scale. And the problem is that at the moment it's still, I think the overall costs are higher than your typical build techniques. Now that may well change because that's driven by labour costs and material costs, and it's also driven by adoption at scale. So if we get past the sort of early adopters curve, which you see in any industry, then we will see, I think, modern measures off-site construction coming forward as being equivalent or even cheaper, which is what they should be in the long run, than building on site. So once we get that and people get some confidence in it, that it's going to work, the benefits are huge. So in addition to the sort of quality of the product which you get, there's the time on site. All the unknowns, a lot of the unknowns are cut out. So it's a win-win if we can get those manufacturing and design costs down so that it becomes commensurable with what we do at the moment. Yeah, so I think off-site and retrofit, there is a role there. It's not as obvious as it might be for new build, but it is there. And what we need to do is we need to look at, as far as possible, standardizing how we do retrofit, look at house typologies or building typologies which fit well with off-site, so we can bring panelized structures in that have got a known performance, known new value, and then that will fit. It's a little bit like the replacement window market, if you like, where to all intents and purposes they are bespoke to everyone, but there's such a volume of scale that goes through that it becomes viable to do it. So there's definitely an application there. I think it still needs a little bit more development in terms of how we become slicker at it and more cost effective, but it definitely plays a part in the future retrofit market. It will be different. So if you think about a traditional method of construction and a modern method of construction off-site, the same amount of stuff is on site at the end of the day. So the supply chains up until the last sort of 10% are going to be exactly the same, but they're going to a factory and they're going to be assembled in a different way. So it's thinking about the supply chain in a slightly different way. There's going to be differences in terms of where your points of delivery and times, but the big benefit should be less wastage. So overall, we should see a significant reduction in wastage, because the amount of wastage that happens on site is still quite significant. That will be reduced by producing it off-site, so that's cut down before we actually get on site. So I think digital technologies are really important in this space. If you look at any other business, any other sector, how many businesses still hand build their product? That's what we do in the construction sector. For most homes, we still hand build every single product. That's great if you like handcrafted materials, but actually it's not necessarily great for last minute hitches, things going wrong on site, clashes, conflicts, that sort of thing, which still arise and still suck up time and take materials. All that adds to the end cost of building our product. If we're looking at off-site construction and BIM, all that is dealt with before you get to site. So everything is deconflicted, the drain pipe or the ventilation duct or whatever it might be is not going to clash with that bit of structure because it's already been dealt with. That saves time, it saves material, which has got to reduce our overall cost. So it plays a huge part, and it's got to mean a better product in a less time at the end of the day. I'm not sure that off-site manufacture in itself is going to solve the supply-demand issue with housing. It's a very complex sort of chain in terms of production of houses. The actual construction bit is a component, and if we can speed up construction, and more importantly, if we can reduce the cost of construction by off-site construction or any other means, then that will contribute to supply. But supply also has an input in terms of land and demand, and that has got to match as well. So if we don't see demand, if we don't see house prices moderated, if you like, then that's not going to help with the overall equation. So it's certainly a component of how we address demand, but it's only a component, and the other bits need to be looked at as well.